There are moments in life when everything feels like it is falling apart. Moments when nothing makes sense, when the weight of everything presses down on you at once. You wake up already tired, already overwhelmed, already wishing for relief. And in those moments it feels like the storm you are in will never end. It feels permanent, like this pain is now your new reality. But here is something you need to hear. Even if it is hard to believe right now, storms do not last forever. No matter how intense they feel, no matter how long they seem to stretch, they always pass. The problem is not the storm itself. The problem is what the storm makes you believe. It convinces you that this is how life will always be. When you are in the middle of struggle, your perspective narrows. You stop seeing possibilities and start seeing limitations. You stop believing in change and start accepting suffering as something permanent. That is what makes the storm dangerous. Not just the pain, but the illusion that it will never end. The human mind is powerful, but it is also vulnerable in moments of pressure. When everything feels heavy, your thoughts begin to work against you. They repeat the worst-case scenarios. They amplify your fears. And they convince you to give up before things even have a chance to improve. You begin to question yourself. You question your strength, your direction, your purpose. You wonder if you made the wrong decisions or if you are simply not capable of handling what life has given you. And slowly, doubt replaces confidence. But think about this carefully. Every difficult moment you have faced in the past once felt just as overwhelming. At the time, it felt like there was no way out. It felt like it would last forever. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still moving forward. That is not luck. That is proof. Proof that you have endured more than you give yourself credit for. Proof that your strength does not disappear in hard times. It reveals itself through them. You may not feel strong right now, but strength is not always something you feel. Sometimes strength is quiet. It is not loud or visible. It is simply the decision to continue when everything inside you is telling you to stop. It is choosing to hold on when letting go feels easier. It is surviving moments you thought would break you. Storms have a way of stripping everything down to its core. They remove distractions, they expose truth, and they force you to face what you have been avoiding. And while that process is uncomfortable, it is also necessary for growth. You see, growth does not happen when everything is easy. It happens when you are challenged, when you are stretched, when you are forced to adapt. The storm is not just something you survive. It is something that shapes you. Right now, you might feel like you are losing control. Like, no matter what you do, nothing is improving. You may feel stuck in a loop where every day looks the same, where effort feels pointless, and where hope feels distant. But being in a storm does not mean you are lost. It means you are in the middle of a process, and processes take time. They are messy, unpredictable, and often uncomfortable. But they are also temporary. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that difficult times are a sign to stop. They think struggle means they are on the wrong path. But sometimes struggle is exactly what puts you on the right path. Because without resistance, there is no growth. Without challenge, there is no development. Without discomfort, there is no transformation. The storm is not there to destroy you. It is there to prepare you. Think about nature. After the heaviest storms, the soil becomes richer. New life begins to grow. The environment resets and becomes stronger. What looks like destruction often creates the conditions for something better. Your life works in the same way. The struggles you are facing right now are not meaningless. They are shaping your mindset, your resilience, and your ability to handle future challenges. Even if you cannot see it yet, something is changing within you. But here's the part that most people struggle with. Enduring the storm requires patience. And patience is difficult when you are hurting. You want immediate relief. You want instant clarity. You want the pain to disappear right now. Unfortunately, that is not how life works. Healing takes time. Growth takes time. Change takes time. And the sooner you accept that, the easier it becomes to navigate the storm without losing yourself in it. You do not have to pretend that everything is okay. You do not have to ignore your emotions or act like the pain is not real. What you need to do is learn how to feel those emotions without letting them control your identity. You can feel overwhelmed and still move forward. You can feel uncertain and still take action. You can feel exhausted and still make progress. Your emotions are valid, but they are not permanent. Progress is not always obvious. It is not always dramatic or visible. Sometimes it is as simple as choosing not to give up today. Sometimes it is just getting through the day without falling apart, and that counts. You do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need to know exactly how things will improve. You just need to keep going, even if the steps you take are small and uncertain. Because storms do not disappear all at once. They fade gradually. The rain slows down. The clouds begin to break. The light starts to return little by little. And eventually, the storm is gone. Life follows that same pattern. Change happens in small, almost unnoticeable ways. Until one day you look back and realize that things are different, that you are different. This is why quitting in the middle of the storm is so dangerous. Because if you stop now, you will never see what comes after. You will never experience the clarity, the strength, and the peace that follow hardship. The version of you on the other side of this storm is not the same person you are today. That version is stronger, wiser, and more resilient. But you have to go through the storm to become that person. It is not easy, it is not comfortable. There will be days when you feel like you have nothing left to give, but even on those days you still have a choice. You can choose to continue. And that choice, no matter how small it feels, is powerful. Because every time you choose not to give up, you are building something inside yourself that cannot be taken away. You are building resilience. You are building discipline. You are building the ability to face life without running away from it. And those qualities will carry you further than temporary comfort ever could. Let this storm teach you something. Let it reveal your strength instead of hiding it. Let it push you toward growth instead of pulling you into fear. You are not meant to stay in this place forever. This moment, as heavy as it feels, is temporary. Even if it does not feel like it right now, it will pass. And when it does, you will see yourself differently. You will recognize the strength you did not know you had. You will understand that what once felt unbearable did not defeat you. It shaped you, it refined you, it prepared you for what comes next. And that realization will change the way you face future challenges. Because once you survive a storm, you no longer fear the rain in the same way. You understand that difficulty is part of the journey, not the end of it. So do not let this moment convince you that your story is over. Do not let temporary pain define your entire life. This is just one chapter. And chapters end, they always do. No matter how long they last, no matter how difficult they feel, they come to a close. What matters is how you move through them. What matters is whether you allow them to break you or build you. You have more control than you think. Not over the storm itself, but over how you respond to it. You can choose to hold on. You can choose to keep going. You can choose to believe that something better is ahead, even if you cannot see it yet. Because belief is powerful. It is what keeps you moving when everything else feels uncertain. So hold on a little longer. Keep taking small steps forward. Keep reminding yourself that this is not permanent. The storm will pass. The pain will ease. The clarity will come. And when it does, you will realize that you made it through something that once felt impossible. You will stand stronger, not because life became easier, but because you became stronger within it. Storms do not last forever, and neither will this moment. Stay long enough to see the sun again.